35 days ago, I started to build an ecosystem for baby fish, snails, and shrimp. At the end, we had a lush ecosystem that was thriving with life and growth. Now let's start from the beginning. To start, I'm going to put down a foam pad so the tank has a sturdy base to sit on. Next, I'll add in the tank, which is a rimless aquarium and in my opinion looks very sleek. Next, it's time to add our light. This will be a key component for plant growth in this ecosystem. It has a few different colors, but I'll just stick with the warmest option for now. After that, it's time to add in our driftwood. These will be the main centerpieces of the build and will give the tank a really natural feel. Next up is the substrate. This is great for plants, providing nutrients through the roots. After it's in, I'll just spread it around so there's an even layer across the bottom of the tank. I realized that the driftwood is just getting in the way, so I'll remove it while I fill up the tank with some water and spread around the sand. The sand will add to the natural look I'm going for by brightening the tank and also hiding the dark substrate below. Then I'll take this aquascaping tool and use it to push sand to the front of the glass, further concealing the dark substrate from showing. Now that the sand is level and looks good, it's time to remove the excess water so that we can continue scaping the tank. Now that the tank is drained, we can add the driftwood back in. Now it's time to add in our first plant. I got a bunch of this stuff, so I'll just spread it around the tank evenly and hopefully it will take over, creating a carpet on the bottom of the tank. Either way, I think it will still look really nice. Next up, it's time for our first background plant. This stuff is a mix of green, red, and pink, and I think it will add a nice pop of color in the back corner of the tank. To stay with the reddish pink theme, we will add in our next background plant. These can grow pretty tall and have tons of color if given a lot of light. Now for our centerpiece plants. We have a ton of Java fern, which needs to be glued to the driftwood in order to thrive. My plan here is to spread the plants evenly around the driftwood, looking like leaves growing off of it. I'll even try to have some of the leaves grow out of the water for added depth. After carefully planting everything in the tank, it's time to add in water so nothing dries out. Now it's time to add in some small rocks to create a gradient in the sand. After that, I'll add in a little bit of plant fertilizer to make sure that everything's healthy. Next, I'll add in the life support of the build, the heater, and the filter, to make sure that the water is warm and clean. Now that everything is in place, we'll let the tank sit for a couple of days. On day 5, the tank is super clear and biofilm is growing on the driftwood, which is a good sign that healthy bacteria is forming. I decided that the back right corner of the tank feels empty, so I decided to add in one more plant to fill in the space. I think this small change really brings the tank together, so now I'll let it sit until it's time to add in our first inhabitant. On day 12, I decided that the first light wasn't cutting it, so I ordered a bigger one and it immediately made the tank look way better. It's officially time to add in our first creature, a mystery snail. After dropping him in, he immediately takes off, showing us some of his speed, so I think we'll call him Turbo. I'm hoping that Turbo has a hankering for biofilm because the tank is getting pretty messy. I don't want Turbo to think he has to clean up the mess all by himself though, so I think I'm going to call in 4 tiny reinforcements. One by one they file in, ready to take on the task of cleaning up the tank. Immediately they have something to prove, taking off and getting to work, quickly proving to be a valuable part of this ecosystem. I think they see Turbo as a bigger brother and want to impress him. On day 21, even with the new additions, the tank is still pretty dirty. It may not look like much from far away, but this is making it pretty hard to film through the glass, so I decide to give it a quick scrub. This tiny detail rejuvenates the tank and makes it look much better from the outside. It even gets the snails in the mood to clean as well, because when I look in the tank, I notice that one of the snails is cleaning the other's shell. It even gets Turbo in the mood to clean, showing off his speed once again. Speaking of speed, it's time to add in some shrimp. As you can tell, these guys are going to give Turbo a run for his money, as they're pretty quick as well. After acclimating the shrimp for about a half hour, it's time to add them into the tank. They immediately start to explore their new home and graze on the driftwood. This one is the largest of the bunch, and as you can see, he has a pretty cool spotted pattern. Most of the shrimp are swimming around the tank really fast, and it's pretty hard to get a video of them. I think the small snails are getting annoyed that someone's faster than Turbo. After a stressful day of transportation for these shrimp, I'm going to let them rest. On day 30, we can see that there's tons of new plant growth, and it's time to add in our first fish. I decided to go with 4 cobra endlers because they're super tiny, colorful, and swim all over. In this shot, you can really see this guy's pattern and how pretty he is. After adding them into the tank, they start looking for food immediately. This one mistakes a shrimp for some food and chases him off. At the front of the tank, I see 2 snails having a race, and the fish come over to place their bets. After the first night, I get a shot of this guy sleeping, and it's time to let them wind down. On day 35, it's time to add in our final fish. We have a few different species of endlers, and also some babies, because I didn't feel right separating the mom from her kids. These guys all immediately swim out, ready to explore their new home. The babies follow suit, ready to check out their huge tank. They all meet right away in the middle of the tank, quickly becoming friends. And I noticed that everyone seems super hungry. So I decided to add in some food, conveniently placed by the subscribe button, in case you wanted to click it. I think this ecosystem turned out very nice, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future. Thanks so much for watching, comment down below what you'd like to see me build next, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this in the future. Have a great day.